Hey, it's Leonard here. So, I've pulled together 7 of my most powerful, impactful reads over the past few years. Now, for me, it's important to share in this video with you 7 books that you can get your hands on and essentially improve your personal development as well as your business strategies and skills by just taking the time, investing and purchasing these books. So I'm going to be brief, quick and straight to the point as to why I find and have found these books powerful and how I feel that they can add value to you. So the first book I'm going to start with here is 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Now, I read this book when I was 20 years old before starting my enrollment business in the Philippines. And the powerful thing about this book, I mean, this is a more clean prepped version, but I actually have the original book that I owned in my 20s. I think I was even 19 when I got it, to be precise. I read this book before starting the business, and the great thing about this book is it's really a historical book, and it shows and shares strategies of leaders that ran and conquered empires years ago. People like Napoleon Bonaparte and Alexander the Great. You know, it really shows how strategy and planning ahead has the power and the ability to really just, propel you ahead of time. And I think when you read about leaders like this, you realize that they had less resources than us. And in fact, more struggles. They didn't have a plane to jump on. They had to go on boats to get to other islands and conquer other nations. So it kind of also brings more relevance to us realizing that we have a lot more resources that we can utilize and take control over to propel ourselves. So yeah, 48 Laws of Power. I definitely suggest this book. The next one I'm going to give you is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Now, this is more of a personal development / spiritual book because it talks about a lawyer who was making loads of money and decided to become a Shaolin monk because he found he wasn't happy. And I think it's always important in your journey for those of you that are going to be going on to making those hundreds or millions of pounds to have that balance that you invest in your journey so you can actually see and learn how to balance all of that responsibility, because that's what success is, responsibility. So I really love this book by Robin Sharma. I definitely suggest it. So this is more spirituality. So the next book I'm going to pick out here is a book by an author called Gerry Spence, and it's a book called How to Argue and Win Every Time. Now, the title is exactly that. Now, the reason I picked up this book is because it's actually based on a lawyer whose profession was to go into court and win arguments. And in life, when it comes to sales, when it comes to communication, a lot of the time we're trying to get someone to buy into our idea. And this book really helped me just to kind of look at the different positions in which arguments are made and of course and how they're won. So I would suggest this for anyone that's going more into the sales side of the business, whether it's the marketing, whether it's the idea side of it. It's a really good book to getting people to buy into your idea. So definitely pick up that one as well by Gerry Spence. The next one I have here is by Stephen Covey. It's the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And this was a really good book because it just kind of rubbed in some of the habits and traits that I was familiar with already, but I think it just kind of irons them out. It really helps to give you a bit more of a structure on some of the habits and principles that you should incorporate into your day-to-day life. It's a very simple, quick, easy read, and it's done really well. So I would definitely suggest reading this on the train or just in the evening as a light read. It's not too complicated, so pick it up. Oh, who's this guy here? We have Become Your Own Hero again. This is my book. As you can see, best-selling book on Amazon. Now, the reason I think, obviously, as well as it being my book, the reason this is a really good book is because I designed it to help people to create structure within their thoughts. Within the book, we actually have exercises that enable you to create your goals and to structure them. So we actually have pages that are blank. So you can actually fill it out and write your goals and methodically break down the vision you have for yourself. So as well as hearing my story of building my business in the Philippines and overcoming, different scenarios, it really helps you to break down those thoughts and those visions, because I'm really big on goals. So when you get this book, you can also inside the book use it as an exercise to breaking down your goals, and I teach you exactly how to do it within this book. Not only do I help you to create the goals, but it's also how to create and structure your affirmations. So definitely pick up Become Your Own Hero again when you get a moment. Another book here, which is by a neurosurgeon called Psycho-Cybernetics, and it's by Maltz, and he's a surgeon, and he just talks about the power of identity, and essentially how, you know, the mind itself has such an unconscious level in which we have to work with to kind of overcome things that are ingrained within our self-belief. And I love this book because as a surgeon himself, a plastic surgeon, he sees many patients and he realizes that a lot of them, even after getting surgery, they still don't feel that value within themselves. And it really drives home that you need to create that goals, which are also in my book, and you need to create that cognitive belief system in yourself beyond your external image. So definitely pick this up as well. The last is The Power of Habits. This is a very, once again, habit principle driven book. It really helps with those of you that are kind of trying to either get out of a habit or you're trying to ingrain new ones. And I think it's really one to kind of embrace the change as well. Why we do what we do and how to change. That's the motto of the book. But I think it's really cool to mull over. But these are really like some 7 books that I really believe that you get your hands on them, 1, 2, 3, or even all of them will have a major impact on your journey. But don't forget, you have to take action. So it's not just about reading, it's also about the action part. So if you have any other books that you think that I've missed on this list and you would suggest to anyone in the community, put them in the comments and let me know. Once again, if you're new to this channel, hey, I'm Leonard Sekyonda, and it's always good to meet new people. Make sure that you subscribe and click on the notification button. And on top of that, make sure you put in the comment section any other topics or things that you want me to share with you within the channel, because we post every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So that's over 3 videos to 4 videos a week. So I'm working with you. So keep communicating back with me. And I promise I'm going to keep giving you as much value as possible. I'm Leonard Sekyonda. These are 7 books that I believe will change your life. Get your hands on one of them and make the investment. I'll see you on the B side. Leonard Sekyonda. See you soon.